Hold up, dude. Hold up, man. I gotta bring up the tweet once again. I gotta read this verbatim. It's too good to not read verbatim. Listen to this right here, son. Yo, Monogatari. Off-season and monster season anime adaptations officially announced. Air date. Not 2025, not 2026, not in some other realm of reality. No. Air date 2024. Let's go, dude. Listen, I would have already been extremely excited just because it's Monogatari. Just because of how much I love this magnificent series. But ladies and gentlemen, I now have the context of all the stuff that's about to be animated. I am completely caught up to the Monogatari light novels to where they are translated, right? So, with that being said, my favorite arc in the entire series is going to be getting animated here in the 2024, 2025, it's happening. And I couldn't be more excited. My connection to this series has grown so much since the last time I had the opportunity to talk about it here that I wanted to take this video to not only share my excitement for the fact that the series is returning, but to also share my growing connection with Nisio Isin as an author, as well as to the series itself. So, after the initial catch-up we did here on the channel, you guys know how much I loved stuff like Tsubasa Tiger and Ogi Dark and Koyomi Vamp and stuff of that nature, to the point to where I bought the novel versions of each individual arc that I really loved, right? So I have rewatched Tsubasa Tiger like a million times. I never thought anything would ever surpass it just because of the deep connection that arc has with me on a personal level. Over the beginning, I would dare say the end of 2022, going into the beginning of 2023, I got the itch to not just rewatch certain arcs, every now and again, like how I normally do. I'll rewatch, like, I don't know, like a Tsubasa Tiger or Mayuji Jiangshi or, the legendary arcs, right? Or like the Sodachi arcs, whatever it is. I tend to rewatch those a lot. Just because of how much I enjoy the way in which Nisio Isin tells his stories, in particular, how they can be so easily digestible in such a short amount of time. They're very episodic in nature, and that's one of the reasons why I love this series. But at the end of 2022, going into 2023, I had the strong itch to go through the entirety of second season again. So I decided to go through the entire Monogatari journey once more in the anime. And what I found was that I couldn't stop rewatching the Nareko Medusa to Hitagi end stretch. I found myself just rewatching that particular section of the story multiple different times. And it was due to like something internally. It was like, yo, there's something here that is like really resonating with me this time. I'm trying to figure out what that is. So I ended up going through it in both its novelized version and within the anime itself multiple times. Multiple different times. Back to back, right? And on my final rewatch that I did at the beginning of 2023, it resonated with me so strongly. In particular, what Nisio Isin was doing with Nadeko resonated with me on such a level where I was like, I have to continue. And from that point on, of course, I rewatched the rest of the series. But then I went on to the light novels, and I'm not going to talk about any of the stuff that hasn't been adapted because obviously we're all really excited for it, right? And I don't want to ruin that excitement for anybody who is anime only and awaiting this material. But what I will say is my journey with the entire Monogatari series only got better, only got more personal as I dive deeper into that stuff last year, man. It was such an incredible experience. Not only finally being able to continue a series that I love so much, but because I transitioned over to the novel side of things and I'd gotten so used to Nisio Isin's prose by reading stuff like Katanagatari and the Monogatari novels, is I just got so used to the way that he tells his stories through certain characters that by the time I got to the first arc of off season, it felt like second nature. It felt like I'm right at home. And it was brilliant. It was incredible. That entire experience of reading through all that stuff. I have like pages upon pages of stuff I was just writing to myself. I still have in my notes every time I read an arc, because I don't know who's read the light novels or not, so I didn't want to spoil anyone. So I kept it all to myself. And as I went through each individual arc, I would write down like multiple different things that inspired me, both as a human being and as a creator, right? As an individual who's also trying to do this. And I think that's that's been the main key thing with Monogatari, and the way that my perspective has sort of shifted on it in the past couple of years, where yes, obviously this stuff resonates harder on a rewatch. It's just one of those series. But I feel like the deeper I get into what I'm attempting to do, the more I appreciate Nisio Isin as a creator. And so I feel like last year was like the perfect blend of that, with the insane catch-up journey that I had. That to have this anime announcement take place directly after that, when my Monogatari hype was at its absolute peak, I was like, nah, man, this is perfect. This is perfect. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, dude. There were certain points last year where if you would have asked me, like, you know how I do like my favorite manga list, my favorite anime list. If you were to ask me, like, for example, do you like Gintama or Monogatari more? I might have said Monogatari on 9 out of 10 occasions. That's just how deep my love, my appreciation, but also the resonance that I'm currently feeling with this series is right now. It's a really special experience, and the stuff we're about to get in off-season and monster season is so insanely goated that when they all get adapted, and I didn't know if they would. It's one of the main reasons why I also decided to embark on that journey, because I was like, you know what? Maybe it just won't happen. But to now be able to see all of this stuff get animated, it's going to be so cool to experience that as someone who's already read the material and is looking forward to seeing it being adapted on the big screen. Because the anime is such a different experience. I can't wait to hear the music, the voice actors, and everything of the sort, because as Nisio Isin states within the interviews, he continuously has the anime playing in the background while he's creating new material. So I'm looking forward to seeing what type of stuff spawns when all of this incredible greatness starts getting animated back to back to back to back. Like I said before, some of my favorite stuff in the entire series is within the stretch of greatness. My entire favorite arcs list changed, my favorite characters list changed, my favorite character dynamics changed, my favorite point of views changed. It's truly something, man. And there's quite a few of these arcs that I really can't wait to see adapted, right? But above all, I'm just so happy they are going to get adapted, because it's finally going to shed light on so many incredible arcs that now are going to be able to be experienced by so many people. So I just wanted to share in the hype, man. From the moment I heard this announcement, I was avoiding One Piece spoilers when someone posted this in the Discord, and I couldn't believe it. I immediately clicked on it, and I was like, oh my god. Yo, if this actually happens, it is over. This is, without question, is my most anticipated thing in 2024 from an anime standpoint. It's just like, yo, I can't wait. I really, really can't wait. But whenever they announced, officially announced it, I was like, oh, we're done. We're done. This is going to be the pinnacle. This is going to be our year. I cannot wait for this stuff to be adapted. Can't wait to hear our voice actors again. Can't wait to hear the incredible soundtracks again. Can't wait to see the visual spectacle that Shaft always treats us to. And of course, can't wait to see the different openings, the different endings, and everything that comes with this incredible anime adaptation. Because Monogatari is back. And when Monogatari is back, real anime is being produced. I really hope that this leads to another Shaft resurgence, where they create, obviously we have the Kizu Monogatari trilogy once again being released this year, which I'm looking forward to watching how they change it up this summer. And I saw they were taking out a few things, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with this brand new version of Kizu they're going to be bringing to us, re-edited, I guess you could say, for, I think they said it's like for more audiences, stuff that nature. They're cutting out a lot of like the problematic stuff, quote unquote. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. But in that same line of thought, when it comes to the Shaft and their return to form, I really hope this leads into Sangatsu no Lion Season 3, because that's another series I love a lot. So hopefully after Monogatari has its run, we'll also be able to get a 3Gatsu anime announcement as well. So it's exciting times, man. I'm just so glad the Shaft is back and ready to produce some new material, because we've been waiting for it. I've been anticipating it, like I've told you multiple times. This is the anime and the novels that I've reread the most, rewatched the most in the past couple of years. So to finally be able to get new material for that I can also experience multiple times, just something I really can't wait for. And obviously we'll be here every step of the way as much as we possibly can, because this series really is special to me. And I thank all of you who are still here after those legendary Monogatari videos from all the way back in the day. What was it, like 2018, 2019? So shout out to those of you who are still here and can also be extremely excited for the brand new season that's incoming. But if you are an anime only, let me know your hype levels to see a continuation to this incredible series. And if you are a novel reader, let me know, put of course a spoiler tag, but let me know the arcs that you want to see animated the most. Because I can tell you what, I am going to be very excited to see what other individuals will be looking forward to, because I have my own personal like 5 or 6 arcs that I'm looking forward to all of it, but there's like 5 or 6 of them where I'm like, dude, when we get to that, I'm going to be losing my mind, man. Like, because it's just so peak. It's just so peak, man. Like, so much greatness, dude. So much greatness is here. And I have, of course, like I said, I'm not completely caught up because they haven't translated some of the other stuff that's already been produced over there. So more greatness for me, double greatness for me this year. Monogatari fans, we are eating. And we're not just eating any type of meal. We're going to be eating a full course, 5-star classic. First class in the restaurant. Our own personal chefs, our own personal meals. Because what we're about to be receiving here in the continuation to this incredible series, it's masterclass, man. We're gonna be eating good, baby. I can't wait, yo.